Lunchtime, kids! Hello, friends. It's lunchtime.
Welcome to the Lunch Break Show. I am Josh. It is an all-male cast today. All males in here. We're going to be doing a lot of bathroom humor.
Super toxic in here.
Super toxic, yeah.
Yeah, the patriarchy.
Yeah. Anna is upstairs working with a client. Christina's back there getting some stuff done. We have Matt, Zach, Derek is in the booth learning the ones and twos back there in the DJ area, setting everything up. We have, starting off, we have some bathroom talk. Now, Derek, before we get started, I'm only seeing me on my screen. I'm guessing I'm not program feed. I am just on camera one.
Correct. Yeah, we did have that intro roll for you and straight into you.
Perfect. Great. I was just making sure because I like to see the room as we bounce around. So,
That's right.
Great. We have a rare toilet seat found. And again, we're going right into the bathroom talk with an all-male cast today. A rare toilet seat found, but it is somewhat highbrow because it is now in a museum.
Of course.
This is one of the older toilet seats. They say it goes back to I can't remember, but a long time ago, and it's a 3-seater.
Medieval or something, right?
Medieval, yeah.
A triple top.
And I'll tell you this: there's not a whole lot of room in between these holes. So if you're sitting down three to a guy,
Man.
you're touching elbows at least.
People didn't care back in the day, right?
Can we get a link for Derek? Can we put it on stream? Is that okay?
Yeah, Derek, you can go to.
Is it not safe for
Bizarre
stream?
Medieval triple seat toilet revealed?
There you go.
Yeah.
Bizarre medieval triple T toilet revealed. Toilet revealed.
You can go back and look at that, and it's you're definitely especially if you're my size.
Yeah.
You could be touching hips. It could be
It's like an airplane suit, right?
It could be skin to skin.
Airplane suit.
Yeah, that is.
What? Now, I want to, first of all, real talk.
Yeah.
You find the medieval toilet seat, do you use it?
I mean, if you have to go, you have to go.
Like,
what are your
you're
options?
excavating, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's a triple toilet seat.
How convenient.
Do you use it? I mean, come on.
A little bit of history.
These are archaeologists, men of learned science, all right? They
What
find
better
that thing,
way?
they're so stoked on it, they were like, somebody take photos, we gotta report our findings. Like, they weren't actually. I wish. I like to think that every archaeologist is like Sam Neill in Jurassic Park and is totally finding full raptors and toilet seats and they're all about it, but I don't think so.
You know, after hours, they put their bum on this thing. Like,
You
they
have
have
to.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to.
You don't think you're gonna get some kind of medieval
What?
disease, the plague or
No.
something?
It's been hanging
Direct
out
on that
skin
seat
contact with who knows what bacteria was
They're not-
passing
they're
through
not worried
that,
about that.
passageway.
Look, you want to talk about medieval toilet seats. Let me tell you a story about my high school.
Go ahead.
Please.
They had in the restroom, shout out to our guest, great time to walk in.
Yeah.
They had in the men's restroom at the high school, no doors at all.
Yeah.
It was cinder blocks
Come on.
Yep.
as walls.
Yep.
No doors whatsoever. It was the most horrific scene that you can imagine.
Did it stop at like the armpit level when you're sitting down, or did it go all the way up?
Well, if you were sitting down, it covered like
Your
up
head?
to here. If you were standing up, it was about like shoulder height. There it is. There's the
Hold on.
the
Yeah.
toilet
Yeah.
seat.
The toilet seat.
I gotta look at this thing. It's 7, Derek. That's the input to get to, like, what's on screen. There it is. My gosh. Now that's a 12th century triple seat. Just
If you scroll
before
up, a little bit,
goes
you'll
on
see
display. Oops.
the home page. There we go. That's the one, the actual one that they're talking about.
Okay,
Man.
so that's the one that was found.
That's the one that was found.
Okay,
I don't know who that
There's a
science woman is.
recreation.
Luisa Duarte, I
Yeah.
suppose. That should be her picture on LinkedIn. Like, first thing you see. Yeah.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah. Grinning next to him.
Going back to what you were talking about, though,
Yeah, man.
I did a competition when I was back in the theatrical arts in Pine Tree, which is a school in Longview, Texas. And they were having a bit of a drug problem. I may have shared the story before, having a bit of a drug problem. And so their stalls were all about like up to your chest height, went out about 5 feet, and at no door. And so you're sitting there and you can see everyone.
And
everyone
everyone can
walking in,
see you.
everyone
It
can
was
see
crazy,
you.
man.
The weirdest part about it, though, is the sinks were right in front of the stalls. So it's mirrors.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
can see mirrors all the way down both sides.
Yeah.
There is zero privacy.
Not to mention, you're sitting. If it goes up to your head level, that means that wall's only this tall. Anybody walking by taller than the 5'5"
Oh,
is going to get a good view of whatever's happening in the danger zone down
Yeah.
there.
Crazy.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, it was. I would have so much. I'm not a very bashful person, but I would have anxiety with that.
Yeah.
I
don't think I ever use it. By the way, drug problem, that tracks for Springtown High School. Shout out.
Whoa.
Shout out Porcupines.
Yeah.
Drug problem. I noticed when I was in Orlando, Florida, right? I guess this is a thing over there. Every public bathroom has to, seemingly, because this is Disney property, and I don't feel like Disney people would float this if this was like, unless it was a law. Every Florida bathroom has to have a place to dispose of used needles. And syringes.
Yeah.
Everyone by the door. But something they also do, which is a revelation in public bathroom technology, every handicap stall has a full sink, soap, paper towel dispenser.
Oh, boy.
Oh, whoa.
In the stall.
That's VIP.
Oh, my God.
It's like a hotel suite.
Yeah.
Every single, I mean, why would you ever bother doing anything else? You don't have to go to a public sink. It's full of soap, paper towels in there, because nobody's ever in there. It was brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Every public bathroom in America should be doing that.
Yeah.
Where do y'all stand on using the handicap stall when you're not handicapped?
That is not a problem at all.
I do it.
Look,
sometimes out of necessity, right? The
Yeah.
other ones are taken up.
When you gotta go,
but
you
then
gotta
you just
go.
say that, right?
But you walk in and they're all empty. I still go to the handicap stall.
Always.
Yeah.
It's the cushy booth, right? It's the VIP. It's
I
what you said.
dread the day. I dread the day that I'm in there and then I hear like the wheelchair rolling in and like it taps and they're waiting for me to walk out.
Yeah.
I dread that day. It hasn't happened yet, knock on wood, but I dread that day coming.
If it ever happens to me, it'll be met with a laugh and a smile. Because what else?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna get upset with me? Like, dude, you know the score here. You've got the best bathroom in the joint. That's the way it works. It's like handicap parking. You think
the
if I had
king
the
size.
opportunity, I wouldn't park in handicap parking? I absolutely would. And I'd walk into this grocery store. It wouldn't be a problem for me.
I do have a quick. I know we have to take a break. I do have a quick bathroom story that I want to share that happened to me over the weekend. I was over at a friend's house and they were having one of those like baby. Like if you have babies, we all have a party together for brunch and all the kids play together, whatever it is.
Baby party.
Yeah. And so I had to go to the bathroom, and so I went, and this was a very narrow bathroom. Like we're talking, you arm to arm, you could touch wall to wall.
Yeah. All right.
And it goes out. Well, and
Is it a house or apartment?
it's a house.
Okay.
It was like the guest bathroom.
Right.
And the door to the bathroom was right next to the toilet. Like door, toilet, right here. So like that. Here's the
Like
door.
if somebody
Yeah.
tried to barge in, would they hit you in the knee?
Yeah.
Is that,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So
there's
it's tight squeeze.
An added safety feature, if you will.
Yeah.
And so I'm in there, whatever it is, and I was going in to go pee, but the wall right next to the commode is next to the little like coffee kitchenette area where all the ladies are sitting and talking.
Okay.
And I can be loud when I pee sometimes, just the stream's loud, whatever it is, fine.
Well,
so
yeah.
And so
You
I was
don't
like, no,
aim for the silent part.
Stop. We don't need to
get into that, but
need to break it down,
It's dangerous, and I just prefer sit or pass.
Sure.
And so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down just for stealth.
Yeah.
And so I sit down, completely take care of my business.
Very considerate of you.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. And then I go to like spring up. Well, of course you got to like lean forward to like put some motion into
Yeah,
it.
put some effort into it.
Yeah, you can't just like that's don't pop up. You have to like lean like a guy with my mass has to kind of like pull forward. And when I did, I leaned straight into the doorknob.
Oh my god.
And not the actual ball, but the little like lock, the little like one little pin.
Yeah.
Hit me in the middle of the head. So full like spring up, bing. Like
That's
like,
a very specific kind of pain too.
It was so intense. Like I literally, not dramatic. I literally felt like darkness come around, and I was like, oh.
So Elvis went out.
So I meant to be silent, but instead it was me going, God.
It's so hard to be quiet in those situations.
Yeah. And so I'm like rubbing my head. I'm seeing like the blackness start to come around my eyes. I feel blood. I literally bled.
Yeah.
Luckily, it wasn't like all inclusive. It didn't like break the hairline, but there was blood on top of my head.
Wow.
But I was like, this is how they're gonna find me, passed out.
Yeah.
In the middle of the floor, pants down, trying to do the right thing, and turns out it could be awful for my situation.
I was just thinking about the scene. Like, that's when you fight to stay conscious,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like, you don't give in.
Yeah.
Because you're like, someone's going to come in here and you're just going to be a mess on the floor.
You're gonna be oh
Like,
gosh.
oh my gosh, what was he doing? Yeah, we're never inviting the Hearts back again. There's no way they buy my story of trying to be stealthy.
Right, yeah.
Anybody approach you about the moaning coming out of the bathroom?
So
Was
I
that-
walked out kind of like looking around. And,
Of course.
And everyone was being totally cool about it if they heard me moan. But my wife was sitting out there, and so we got in the car, and I was like, so you're never going to believe what happened. Like I was trying to be like, hey,
Did you not have blood running down your face?
need to go to the
It
hospital.
didn't break the hairline.
Just
but it's
like
I had a little
congealed in
like
there.
congealed
Yeah.
up there. I was like, hey, I really may have like concussed myself a little bit.
Sure.
I want to take a nap, but I'm too afraid to. And so she, by the way, laughed. No sympathy.
Yeah.
No, like, oh my gosh.
Never happens.
No, it was all just like rip-roaring laughter. And then everyone I was trying to keep it from, she immediately hops on the phone and calls all the girls. Goes, no, because that's what Josh did. So, but yeah, no one heard me. I don't know how that's possible. No one heard me in there with my like squinted pain sounds.
Yeah.
So I was like trying to like come to.
You think there's a chance they heard you and just didn't say anything? They were like, it'd be, and like, they don't want to say anything.
Hopefully. But either way.
Yeah,
think
right. I'll
it's-
take her.
Yeah.
Didn't say anything. That's fine.
In my experience in my house, I feel like it is predominantly guys that are banging their heads on things. Like, I don't know if that tracks for you, but I hit my head on something like twice a month in my house, just like digging through a cabinet or doing something. And I can't remember the last time my wife has done that. So, like, I don't know if it is a male thing to just bash your head into something, but they never believe, or I know Megan never believes me when I say that was the worst pain I'd ever felt whenever I would hit my head on the granite countertop or something like that.
Maybe it's because I'm a tall guy, but like I wake up every morning like bearing that cross. Like I don't want to hit my head at the end of the day. Because like, dude, you guys know. I've seen Josh do it once. You will crack your head on something, man, and it hurts. Like, oh, it smarts. Yeah.
What's worse, stumping your toe or hitting your head?
The toe.
You get that momentum on the toe.
Yeah.
Oh, you get that swing.
I think
Yeah.
the toe's worse. I think the toe's worse
tough to
because there's
say.
legitimate thought. There have been times when I stump my toe and I'm like, I'm losing it. Like, it's gone, man. I'm gonna be a four-toed man for a while.
It's gone. There you go. Nothing we can do now. Take a quick break. When we come back, we have local Dallas Pizzeria chain in hot water. When recycling goes bad. That and more when we come back on the Lunch Break Show. And we are back on the show. You're going to fade that down, weren't you? I'm sorry. I just
don't worry
totally
about it.
just did a
Got
hard
it.
out on that sound
That's
bite.
right. Yeah.
So the story broke on the interwebs. I think Twitter first. I'm sure it was on Reddit for a while. A local pizzeria headquartered here out of Dallas, Chuck E. Cheese, a Dallas icon.
Yeah. Headquartered out of Dallas?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did I learn?
So I'll let Matt take the story because he seemed most fired up about this.
Yeah, so I mean, Chuck E. Cheese, if you're not familiar, which I don't know why you wouldn't be familiar, but basically it's a kind of arcade/pizza place where every child has a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. I know I had a couple there. I'm sure,
I think I had one. Yeah.
or went to several at least.
Oh, yeah.
And they are, I mean, it's kind of well known that their pizza just barely rates as food, right? Like it is there to just fuel children like activities, right? It is just there as a as a distraction from going to play skee ball again. Or
it's the
something
kind of pizza you could take like half a roll of paper towels to and just squeeze grease out of it, and there will always be more. And then you go to pick it up, and it just like flops over.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's
really,
a mess. It's a mess.
It's something.
But yeah, allegations started to surface that Chuck E. Cheese was recycling pizza, meaning they would say you had a group ordered a pizza, they ate half of it, or they ate 3/4 of it, they left a couple of slices. Well, the next time, they would take those 2 slices and add them in to, or put them together with other recycled slices and bring them out to the next table as, here is a fresh pizza. You have a full array of slices.
So this isn't like Cece's Pizza Buffet where it's under heat lamps and there's a spit guard. This is like was served to people.
It was out on the table.
There's some photos, Derek, on BuzzFeed.
Yeah, the way people put this together was, normally when you would have a pizza and you slice a whole pizza, it's going to match up like a puzzle, right? Like if you slice a piece of pepperoni in half, there's going to be half on one slice and half on the other. And people were looking at their pizzas and seeing them come together and be like, these don't really match up.
The crust isn't.
The sizes are different. There are things that just don't track here as far as so they made the obvious leap that Chuck E. Cheese is recycling pizza, which to me, I mean, I'm not saying this is a good thing, but like when I heard that, I was like, like probably
Sure.
that tracks.
Do we have the photos of that?
Evidence.
I am looking for it right now.
Because I want to see the photos, show you the photos, and then I want to give my opinion.
Everything is now them actually like denying these claims, so I can't find the original
I'm sure
article.
they are.
It's just so deep in there.
Okay. I'm not a world traveler. Fair. I have not traveled to many countries. I have not traveled off this continent, believe it or not. I'm a very simple man. But I would wager pizza is one of the most well-known foods on the planet. Right?
Yep,
Worldwide.
so.
I feel pretty good about saying that like you could pretty much go anywhere and like Coca-Cola, you could say pizza and people would in some way figure out what you mean.
Understand what that is.
It's a global thing, all right? It is so well known. People are going to figure out your pizza ruse, right? Like on a long enough timeline, surely people will know. People have looked at enough pizza in their lives. Like you don't need a scientist to decipher whether or not pizza is good pizza or bad pizza. Like it's pretty. Here's
why I'm going to call BS on this whole story.
Ooh, okay.
And why I think Chuck E. Cheese is probably right saying that they don't. I think pizza by itself costs like $1 to make. Dough, sauce, cheese, whatever side item you want to have. $1 tops.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it to try to go back and then like piecemeal together old slices of pizza to try to fit when in 10 minutes you could throw some fresh-ish dough down and, boom, run that through the little pizza oven and get it done.
Yeah.
I don't think the ROI is there for the risk that you run of someone being like, hey, this pizza has blank on it. I think it's much easier for a person to try to stir up some attention online
by mixing up
by taking a pizza that they order like 5 of for a birthday party and then putting all the extras together and then taking a picture of that and being like, look what Chuck E. Cheese did. That's much more believable in the grand scheme of things than one of the stores at Chuck E. Cheese going, hey, there's 7 pieces of cheese left out there. We could add those 7 to these 4 and make a whole cheese pizza.
Yeah, so this is, I think this is one of the, I don't know if it's on this, but I've got it here, and I'll show it to you. So the initial post was from, or a post that has been referenced was from Instagram, where the guy wasn't trying to, I think, call out Chuck E. Cheese at all. They just posted a picture of their pizza, and they said, grub time. And then you get this, like, kind of misshapen, mismatched pizza here, where with areas of it where it looks like it doesn't quite fit together.
Yeah.
Now, that could have been moved around. It could have been shuffled around.
They could have done that pizza box thing where you get 3 pizzas and then you want to consolidate. So you do it yourself.
Could be.
I mean, that's sure.
But it turns out that people, like, this has been a long-running debate on whether or not this is actually what happens, because they're after a search of Yahoo Answers, it turns out there were lots of threads that were postulating that Chuck E. Cheese has been doing this, dating back for many, many years. So this was not the first time this came up.
You make a good point. What's more likely? A well-respected, nationwide establishment focused on children, fun, and animatronic entertainment has pulled a fast one on parents and children everywhere, or some miserable Gen X dad is sitting at Chuck E. Cheese with 1 million kids around, and he's got his phone, and he's bored, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to post something on Instagram, and it just takes off. Like, I do kind of, in a way, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, it does seem thin.
I think really thinking about it.
Oh, stop. Where did that photo come from?
Is that one that
That can't be.
Can you hit 7 again? Yeah.
So now that's clearly something that people have put that together.
Yeah.
Like I feel.
Yeah, this one's pretty weak.
But again, though, you push that one cheese pizza on the back in a little bit. The dots could match up if you line it up with the actual crust.
Yeah.
I'm saying you can alter this photo very easily and move things around a little bit to make it look ridiculous.
Some pizza science
But again,
here.
what's more believable? Someone trying to become famous for a social media post, or that Chuck E. Cheese goes, let's somehow save on the dollar that it costs to make this pizza.
Hot take. Third option. All right.
Right.
We're gonna go even further in conspiracy theory. Big PR push for Chuck E. Cheese. When was the last time they were a headline? Right.
I don't know.
When was the last time anybody was talking because I was looking at that pizza, I'm like, that doesn't look as bad as I was claiming it was earlier. That actually looks half okay.
No, everyone that I've ever known says you don't go to those places for the pizza. You go for the entertainment of the kids.
Yeah. Right.
They're not called pizza place. They're called Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Which is like the animals and the farm animals. I heard though that the guy's going away.
Who?
The little little
mouse?
mascot that does the little like band stuff. Heard
Yeah,
rumor
they did a big push a few years ago to make a CGI version of it. It's not like the traditional 2D
That's
animated
terrible.
one.
Yeah.
So no, that's a thing. I've seen those ads before, but it is a bummer if the animatronic goes away.
By the way, if you ever want to go down a YouTube hole, which is incredible, there is a guy who got a hold of an animatronic band from Showbiz Pizza, which Chuck E. Cheese took over.
Yeah.
But it was like the bear and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Got one of those and reprogrammed it to sing along to modern songs, and it's incredible. It's the greatest thing you'll ever see.
You got a channel name for this guy?
No, but if you just type like Showbiz Pizza songs or something like that,
yeah.
like it'll be one of the top ones that come up.
I'm into that.
And it's incredible. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I think once you think about it, like again, like I said, when I first heard the news, I was like, probably. But when I think about it, I'm like, it does seem like more work than it's worth to just make a new pizza.
Yeah,
like, it doesn't seem like the work involved of having to mix and match and like build a new pizza when you could just throw another one in the oven. I'm sure they're all frozen anyway.
Yeah, I mean, what CC's was it $5.99 for the buffet? Did it go up since then? It used to be
it's gone
three.
up.
Used to be
Back in the
$3.99.
day,
It was like $2.99.
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
like $7.99 now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could go through. You could have like a whole large all by yourself. Not that I ever did, but you could have a whole large by yourself. For $2. So I mean, clearly the cost
Get
of
some
making
breadsticks.
it. Yeah, the
Get
cost
some
of
of
making
those cinnamon sticks.
Coke. So, take a quick break. When we come back, we have the reasons why I love the internet, a new dating app that you have to hear about. That and more coming up next. What? We have a new dating app that has hit the internet by storm.
Ooh.
It's not for people though.
Storm.
It's not for dogs. It's not for cats.
Oh no.
Is there a dating app already for dogs and cats?
So
I
there
assume
used to
must
be.
Is
there
it
used
for
to be-
farmers?
There
'Cause
used
they're-
to be Dogster,
They're their own thing.
which is like Facebook for dogs.
Right.
Is that right? Dogster, is that the correct name for it?
think so.
Right.
Yeah.
Instagram
Dogster.
bought them, and now it's just Instagram. So
Yeah. They used to have that, and they got that was gone. But with this is, I think it's called Tudder, Tudder. Anyone besides Matt want to guess
Tudor?
what Tudder is for? Tudder, Tudder.
hold on.
It's for an animal.
Is it? It's not. It's not.
Go on.
It can't be one of the things. No, I don't want to sound stupid.
Good.
Is this a dating app for cows?
It's a dating app for cows.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
There it is.
Udders.
Oh wow!
It's Tinder for udders on cows. So you can go through and look at a cow's page. This is for sellmylivestock.com. So it's a wonderful thing.
Dude, we do not have a lot of viewers on this show, and I was embarrassed to say that out loud because I was like, surely that idea is so stupid.
I'm
Surely
looking at
that's
the
not a
live
real
stream, and it's a black screen. Is that?
I'm good. No, I've got it. right
Okay,
here.
good. Then it's just my phone. But yeah, so it's called Tudder, and it's for a mix of Tinder and udder. Farmers can use their phones to pick up cows that appeal to them. Well, that sounds weird.
Wait.
Farmers
So this
can
sounds like it's a
choose-
dating app for farmers and cows.
See, I wouldn't fall off with the farmer's gag earlier. That's what I'm finding out here.
But I think what it is, it's for Sell My Livestock website. And so it's an app created by that where you can go and you can buy cows online to keep in your stable of cows.
Yes.
Your pen, whatever it is.
Man, farmers are worried about, and I don't blame them. Farmers are worried nationwide about automation taking over their jobs. I mean, that's a huge thing. Tractors that can drive themselves and have tracks. And like, it's putting a lot of people in the agricultural business out of work. There should be a prolific response to this. Like, look at where farming is going, for God's sake. Tudder, what are we doing?
You don't have to drive your cow to the market anymore?
No.
That's right.
It's online, so I'm back to trailer. Yep, I swiped right. You swiped right on me. I wonder, can you accept their swipe? You're like, oh, you know what? No, I don't trust that farmer.
Bumble.
I guess not.
I
mean,
don't
I
know.
guess
I like the cut of his jib. Nope,
take
he's
some
not.
high-angle pictures of your cow. And
There's those sleazy farmers out there just swiping right on every cow. Like, all of them.
give me all of them. Give me all of those udders.
I just when is dating apps? Okay, sorry. When is because it's saying it's a dating app, but
It's not really.
Yeah. Well, when has that gone too far?
Now. Yeah, I
We're
think
at the point now where
I think this
that's
is
too
it.
far.
This is across the line.
Yeah. I don't know. You mean like regular, normal human dating apps? Like
One of the things that it hasn't done is it hasn't incorporated like tweens and teens yet. There's no like dating app for like junior high kids.
I feel like you're getting into dangerous territory with that.
I mean,
right?
Facebook was supposed to be kids who were like 13, and nobody under 13 can get into it, and like kids made accounts all the time. So like,
Yeah, but I think if you set it up, if you set this app up, and it has like a ton of rules in it, tons of rules.
It would have
don't
like
know.
a million rules.
do you really want to be the adult?
No,
like
God,
holding
no.
the steering wheel.
No,
like
no.
running.
I don't wanna
running
be
an app
responsible for
kids
it.
Yeah, could you
to
imagine-
date? Like, no,
Yeah.
that is a horrible
Could you imagine being
idea.
the creepy guy who's like, yes, I made a dating app for underage children?
There's some entrepreneur out there, some aspiring millennial who wears a suit and has a snazzy pocket square, and like I promise
Are you
he's
thinking about
somewhere
somebody
right
in
now
particular, or?
in a Starbucks on his laptop, like typing up the next brilliant idea he's got. He's like, I've got it, Tinder for kids. Like, no.
that guy that did Fire
Kinder.
Festival, Kinder, yeah.
Oh no,
Kinder.
Jesus.
You already got the name.
Episode title.
There's
Got it.
there's so much money to be made if you can figure out how to do it.
yeah.
Because everybody wants that market,
Yeah.
and there's so much find a more awkward time in your life of trying to date girls.
And make it worse?
And no,
By them saying no?
no, at least I know. Because again, like the whole point for me was the whole like walking up to a girl when I
Yeah.
was in junior high and being like, "Can we go out?" Whatever that meant in junior high, you can't drive, but can we go out and like having that? But now, if I can just go online and I can ask out 50 girls in like a swoop from my house, safety.
I can only imagine the cyberbullying that would,
Oh God,
that would occur
again,
from this thing.
It would be horrible. It would be
It's
horrible.
like setting off an atom bomb. Like
You would have to have a shell company upon a shell company upon a shell company who set this up for you.
I could see like girls having deny parties where they all get around and they just like deny every single guy who has swiped on them.
Jeez, that would happen. Yeah,
It would happen. It absolutely
Yeah.
happen.
Speaking
from experience.
Yeah, speaking of the toxic masculinity we referenced earlier, the idea that women gather around just to deny men together and
telling
like
you.
laugh
I'm telling you
at
what
our
happened.
feeble attempts.
Tell me, hey, did you see Mean Girls?
I did see Mean
Yeah,
Girls.
that would happen. Guys don't do that. We would sit around and do like all the yeses and try to find like who we matched with.
Right.
Man,
Yeah.
that you don't have to have groups of guys that get together and do that. Guys do that in groups already. Like
Yeah.
I've been to plenty of bars with a couple of like work friends, and like they're sitting there on the phones. What are you doing? Like swiping right, dude. I'm like, Jesus.
I mean,
on.
isn't that where you're just like basically you're lowering your net into an open ocean and you're hoping
casting it.
hoping to
it's
get
enough.
somebody. Yeah, you're hoping to get somebody.
Yeah.
Dating apps might have gone too far the minute somebody figured out, hey, we can make a premier service of this, a premium, and make people pay to get in a pool with hopefully people who are a little better. Like, that's when we went too far. This service is like, what's the name of that one? Premier League or something?
Oh, yeah.
Where, like, you specifically have to pay a monthly stipend, like an annual fee or something, to be in
be a
this
part of it.
select group
have to be
of
selected
people
for it, yeah.
dating. And I'm like, oh, my God. You're now paying somebody else for the opportunity to ask somebody to go on a date with you. Jesus. Have we gone too far? I think we have.
So the only person in here who is single is Derek. Derek,
Yes,
do you?
that's correct.
Yeah, just to highlight.
Thank you for
feel
reminding
seen?
me that.
Just to
Yeah,
highlight
Valentine's
Derek.
Day.
Do you use any of those dating apps?
I don't know if I want to incriminate myself by
Got
saying
it.
yes or no.
Okay, got it.
Incriminate?
I mean-
You mean showcase? This is your opportunity.
Showcase. That's a good word.
Tell the
Yeah.
world.
I'll leave you with this solid maybe.
Got it. So that's a yes.
Yeah.
So cool. I have friends who use the dating app still, and they have horrible results.
Yeah.
And so I just can't imagine. Again, that's the only downside of not having a Kinder right now is all the rules and how
So
liable
glad we
and how
coined that
liable
term,
and
by
how
the way.
liable you are
Yeah.
for any sort of misgivings that happen.
No, it would not
on
be
that
worth
site.
it for any legitimate business person to take up this venture because you're just opening yourself up to so much trouble.
Legitimate, you
Legitimate,
say. We'll take a quick break. We come right back. We have a guest in studio, Joe Bell, and his friend. I don't know who his friend is.
boy.
They
Aw.
own.
I mean, cool.
Yeah, they own a new gym lifestyle health service called Visual or Vitalul.
Vital
Let's just
You,
get
I
him in
think.
here and
I
figure
think
it
it's-
out.
I think it's Vital
That's
You.
what it is.
Yeah.
They're trying to put the whole word together, and that's not what it is. So hopefully they don't watch
6
this
letters.
introduction.
Yeah.
And we can just send them the actual
Fantastic.
clip of the interview.
Yeah, here's hoping.
Yeah, here's hoping. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Coming right back with Joe Bell and Vital You. Thank you. I hate coming back from bricks. I love that bed.
It's a good one.
It's a good break. We have a special guest in, Bryson and Joe, here from Vital U. I've already confessed to my blunder beforehand of saying Vigil.
Should knock that out.
Yeah.
Go back and watch,
Hey, full disclosure, I botched the intro, but we're back now. Solid recovery. Derek, they have a Facebook page. We can go there. We can kind of scroll through that every once in a while, pull some stuff up.
Criticize.
Criticize. Go through critique. Yeah.
Absolutely, we'll take it.
Welcome to the lunch break, Joe. Now, fun fact about Joe and I, we go back a little bit. When I used to work out, at UFC Fit, which is no longer around.
Yeah.
Joe Bell was my trainer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So there's a whole.
This is
all right.
body by Joe right here. It's a full disclaimer. But yeah, no, it was great. I really enjoyed his personality, his way of some people just like to yell at you and that's how they motivate you.
Sure.
This was always more encouraging, which I always found to be more of a benefit than being told how bad I'm doing at certain things. But it was a lot of fun. So tell me about what you got going on right now between you guys.
So we actually just started our own company, Vital U, as you kind of mentioned. We do nutritional coaching, and unlike what we're really trying to do is really draw awareness to the fact that the fitness industry don't do a good job of addressing the bigger problem in health and fitness, and that is the nutrition aspect of things. Everything seems to be geared towards moving, and yes, we absolutely 100% are all about being, in motion. But the elephant in the room is nobody addresses nutrition, and nobody wants to talk about it. And what we want to do is we really want to draw awareness to the nutritional aspect of things, and it starts with identifying the behaviors and habits geared towards nutrition. And we have a platform in which we look at giving people a daily lesson and a weekly habit, and it's kind of in your face every day to address. And if you wake up and your routine is about and centered around how you fuel your body, inevitably we're going to change the way you operate and how you fuel your body over time, and that is a longer sustainable life change.
I mean, yeah, I completely agree with that because I've gained and lost tons of weight over the course of my life. I've been able to lose 80 pounds, been able to gain 80 pounds, all those things without doing effort because I wasn't really doing what the overall. I had a goal in mind, which was a date. Hey, I need to get thin for my wedding. I need to get thin for this. I had an event, and then as soon as the event was done, the goal was gone because that's how I set up my expectations. I was like, well, now I can go back to drinking beer and having pizza because I'm already married, so that's done.
Stuck with you.
Yeah, it's stuck with me now. So it's kind of going through. That's really cool. I know there's a lot of people in that field. How are you guys kind of cutting through? What makes you guys different?
Yeah, so essentially a lot of individuals in this field who tackle nutritional aspect, they'll talk about, the new diet. This is how you're going to lose weight. This is how you're going to lose 20 pounds in the next month, right? We're focusing on long-term sustainable habits and routines that breed long-term longevity, right? And what makes us different is we have a system in place that's a year long. We're not like, hey, listen, get fit in 6 weeks. That's not sustainable.
Yeah.
So we actually go through, like Joe was saying, a lesson. We teach you habits. We teach you routines to get you to where you want to be. And we also teach, creating positive neuroassociations to eating healthy. Like you said the terminology, I was good at losing. I lost 80 pounds and I gained it back.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you go to lose something, what do you do when you lose something? You find it, right? So even twitching that terminology around is so important in tackling the deeper psychological meaning.
So instead of saying I lost 80 pounds, I would say
Yeah, so instead of saying
I misplaced, I permanently shed.
So instead of losing something and going to get a result like that goal, it's more so I want to increase my vitality. I want to increase my confidence through living a healthier, long-term, sustainable, life. Now, getting rid of 30 pounds is important, and maybe that's a goal, but more so setting goals for increased vitality and confidence we've found are much more attainable and long-term.
Well, it ends up being, I think a lot of my clients start off by saying, I want to lose such
Sure.
and such. And inevitably we look at, okay, well, what is the why do you want to do that? Because there's a reason behind why you want to lose that. Well,
Yeah.
what is it going to give you or what is you going to get if you do that, if you obtain that?
More
And-
clothes.
A bigger spending habit,
Yeah.
right? But that's essentially what we want to do is we want to get to the root of why that is important to you. And if we can really kind of dig deep and find out the reasons for, why you want to, to get healthier, then we'll be able to kind of shed some of the BS in front of it. And it then becomes really more important to you to sustain that. Because if it is just the 80 pounds, then it's just 80 pounds. Okay, well, 80 pounds is gone. Then now what?
Yeah.
Right? Inevitably, it becomes now what? But if it's important to me because if I lose the 80 pounds, I will feel better about myself. I will make sure, I will have more confidence. I'll have more energy to play with my kids. And that's extremely important. Well, that's more powerful to me because now once the 80 pounds is gone, your ability to play with your kids is still there.
Yeah.
Right, and that's something that's more, sustainable for us to keep people in focus versus that 80 pounds, right? That 80 pounds is gone.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Because after I was done with all the photos for the wedding, then didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
Because my goal was passed. So
Right.
that makes sense. Finding like longer term, lifelong goals.
Yeah,
You're
and
always trying to achieve.
when you have a coach, it's like you have to. There's somebody to hold you accountable
Yeah.
to. So what we sets us apart from everybody else, I think, as well, is that not only do you have a daily lesson and a weekly habit to perform, but we check in with you every single day. So if you don't do a lesson, I see it. If you don't do the habit, right? If you
There
don't
you go.
report the
I was
habit,
gonna ask, what's the?
That's the
Because for
catch.
me, the accountability was always there. When I was doing weight loss stuff, I had to go and get weighed every week, and so I knew,
had to
oh
own it.
crap, yeah, I gotta come up here and be like, yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Weird, but the accountability was bigger for me because it gave me a driving force. I have to go and be accountable for that.
And we recently did a podcast with a sports psychologist, and I asked her some of those questions. It's like and her name is Kip Watson. She's awesome. I asked her some questions centered around the psychology behind, well, what happens when you have somebody, or what would you say to somebody in light of some of these objections that they may have centered around food. And she's like, well, inevitably you want to address the elephant in the room with them, and it's no longer okay to just be able to have this habit in your life. And that is the accountability piece, but real accountability. When somebody messes up, it's okay to mess up, or to go off and not what was the example? Go off to the drive-through, right? But is it going to the drive-through 3-4 times a week? That's a problem,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I think so. If we're trying to relate that back to other things like alcoholism, I think when someone goes, "Oh no, I don't drink anymore," everyone goes, "Oh, good for you. I'm proud of you." But if you're at a pizza party, "Oh no, I don't eat pizza," everyone's like, "This guy's a snob." So there's a mindset that kind of goes along with that. And I know when Zach was eating really clean, not to bring Zach into it. When Zach was eating really clean, we would have a pizza party up for the staff, bring in pizza, and Zach didn't eat that. And so he was like, and he'd have to kind of sit there, and we're like, oh man, we have to think of things. So I think also a part of that is the fear of being singled out, which is why it's easier to cave into social pressures around food when it's more acceptable to bow out for alcohol or other things around that are bad for you.
I think that in essence, society gives us certain okays or certain passes on things, and I think that personally, I just think that it shouldn't be okay anymore, right? It doesn't. It wouldn't be okay. In essence, this is going to sound bad, but if somebody is struggling and they're 450 pounds.
Yep.
And you're going into the drive-through, right? Or you're walking into a fast food joint. Why would it not be okay to say, "Why are you doing this?" If you don't, inevitably you really, inevitably, if you don't care, if you're not caring, there's a deeper problem there.
Sure.
That you don't either care about the future that you have and care about yourself. But
You're right.
so I would want to help that person.
Yeah, where like socially, it's okay to tell someone, "Hey, I'm not going to serve you any more alcohol."
Exactly.
It's not okay to say, "Hey, this is your 5th trip through the buffet line."
Exactly,
dude.
Exactly. That was exactly kind of my point.
Let's kind of wrap this up. Yeah. And so it's kind of one of those deals. Yeah, it's one of those social norms that I would like to see changed. I wouldn't want to be, if I broke down and went to Taco Bell, I wouldn't want to be shamed in line at Taco Bell. But yeah.
No.
And we're not saying, don't have pizza, don't go to Taco Bell. Those things are. I went to. I had pizza like a week ago. It's cool. It's fun. I had Chick-fil-A 2 days ago. But I still sustain a healthy lifestyle because it's that 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, I'm eating healthy. 20% of the time, I'm eating pizza. It's okay to eat pizza. But understanding your underlying behaviors as to why you're going to get pizza 2 to 3 to 4 times a week or whatever it may be, that's something that we need to address. Whether it's trying to escape from the responsibilities of your life and you try and escape through eating or whatever it is, we need to address that problem.
Sure. That's great.
And Zach, nobody should shame you if you want to eat pizza.
Man, I was eating keto. I was doing great. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Dude, to his credit, he never caved.
Yeah.
He always like, nah, I'm good.
That's good for you. That's a lot of willpower,
Yeah,
man.
but then I went on vacation and blew it for 6 days. So,
But I'm back.
It's been a week.
Yeah, he does.
happening.
He does the 80-20 on a year scale.
That's right.
Yeah. Overall on a year
Listen,
scale.
as long as that is actually heading you in the direction that you want, like it doesn't have. You can be 1% better than you were yesterday, and that's great. That's what we want to like. We want to empower people to continue to do that. We were actually talking the other day about when I see people running on the side of the road, I want to give them the inevitable encouraging honk, like good for you. And I mean, no matter what size you are, I don't really care.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're out there, you're moving and you're enjoying life and you're working on something.
Sure.
But like I think about it in the back of my mind, I'm like, am I going to scare this person by honking my horn at them?
Yeah.
Don't honk at people
Is it
on the side of the road.
Is it like discouraging? They're like, man, people, I don't feel
Get honked
comfortable
at.
out here, and then people are honking at me. Like, but I want to do it in a way of encouragement.
Yeah.
But like,
We need to have 2 different horns. One mad horn and one like, good for you.
Man, even if, I'm so self-conscious running on the side of the road in
Yeah.
public. Even if I'm out there running and somebody rolls by, they're like, "Good job, dude! You can do it! High five!" I'm gonna be like, "What a." Really? Like, who's that guy? Like, what's his problem? Yeah.
And then you're going to go home. You're going to stop and go home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I inevitably I stop myself from doing anything.
Yeah.
But internally, I want to be like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I get excited about other people being excited about being healthy.
That's the difference between you and me, because like every Tour de France, there's some guy my size in like skin tight clothes who just bought a bicycle and is going to be the next whatever it is champion. I'm like, dude, don't do that.
See you at the finish line.
Yeah, don't like wear baggy shorts and a bag just for a while, just until you kind of lean up a little bit.
Streamline performance.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, you're not shredding any time off with that suit. Come on.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah. What's a good website for people to go to if they want to learn more about it?
Yeah. So for right now, the Facebook page would probably be the best. We're actually going to post our website link come probably most likely Monday, and people will be able to kind of go through that.
Well, I'm excited for you guys. This is great.
Instagram as well.
Instagram.
Hit us up on Instagram.
At Vital You.
The Vital You.
Instagram is actually it's VitalU_official.
Nice.
Yeah. No one's taking that official tag.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Done. To be honest, was there another Vital You out there? And then
No.
you did a oh, okay. So you
No.
wanted to make sure both?
There's not, man. But we tried to get Vital U, the domain, and it was like 20 grand. So we're like, well, let's add the on it for now.
Yeah.
We can do the Facebook thing and keep the
Yeah,
like they did
separate.
for a while, like
Yeah.
the Facebook.
Yeah.
Until we
Until you guys got 20 grand
to
to
throw
shed.
away.
Yeah, exactly. Done.
Exactly.
Well,
Good
I
job
look
to
forward to you guys. You also said you had a podcast. Where can we find the podcast at?
We're working on actually making all that stuff.
So
come live. We just actually,
Facebook. There you go.
for right now. Just we actually have a bunch of content that we're actually building up to kind of
Push
put
out.
out there all at once, so
Awesome.
everybody can kind of see and share everything that we're kind of doing.
Well, I look forward to following y'all's journey. Thank you guys so much for joining the show.
Thank you.
This is the lunch break. I am Josh. That is Zach. Matt and Derek are in the booth. You guys have a phenomenal week, and we'll see you back here on Monday.